Hey people, Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martin channel. Thanks for liking, subscribing, joining, and all that jazz. I got some really good news, and I want to share it with you guys if you're living in Canada. You know, we've been connecting the dots across the Commonwealth and all the English-speaking country over, I don't know, the last 10 years on this channel. The other one got taken down in 2012. But connecting the dots, figuring out what's going on, how it's affecting your lives, how it's affecting my life. I'm a private sector small business owner pretty much most of my life, and I've kind of did my due, or kind of went through life, and putting my kids through school, buying a home, settling down, just doing it as I go, right? Working as hard as I can to live the Canadian dream, right? And lately, it's been very hard the last 6-7 years because government interference with the cost of shipping, the cost of this, the property taxes going up, the cost of everything going up, doing all kinds of random stuff to destroy and disenfranchise small businesses across Canada in the private sector that fund the public sector. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people living in Canada that work in the public sector don't understand that it's the private sector, the businesses like this, that actually fund the public sector. But they don't get it. But anyways, I got a story and a half to tell you, a real Canadian hero, and I want to share this with you guys because there's someone out there that's seriously taking the situation seriously and looking realizing that there's not going to be much of a Canada left in the next couple of years. So let's get to it and see what's going on. Guys, if you haven't yet subscribed or been part of the channel, we are on Odyssey too, where we do episodes of Mike in the Night with Collins. So if you want to join Mike in the Night, don't forget to join us on our call-in show every Saturday. It is jam-packed with people calling in on Mike in the Night. Don't forget to join us and be part of the channel and join our live chat or call in. So who are we talking about? Alberta Premier Danielle Smith says she distrusts the World Economic Forum province to cut ties. Wow. I'm floored. I'm floored. As a man living in Canada and raising my family, I am actually floored that there's a politician that can see through the BS. Smith says she won't deal with the agency until they stop bragging about their control over politicians. And we've discussed that on Mike in the Night many, many times. And she is 110,000% correct. And Alberta Premier Danielle Smith speaks with the United Conservative Party AGM in Edmonton. At a news conference on Monday, Smith said that she is canceling the health consulting agreement involving the World Economic Forum because she doesn't trust the agency. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I find it distasteful when billionaires brag about how much control they have over political leaders, Smith said at a news conference Monday after her new cabinet was sworn in. Wow. Wow. And we have our friend John Kennedy. Remember what he said? John Fitzgerald Kennedy? Secret societies, controlling societies. Wow. All right, let's move on. And before becoming premier, Danielle Smith ran a social media feed full of disinformation. Of course they're going to say that. The mainstream media in Canada is bought and paid for. I'd make sure if I was her that no funding goes to any mainstream media at any level of the province. In her brief time as Premier of Alberta, Danielle Smith has come under fire for her comments about vaccines and her past comments on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. This lady is spot on! Holy smokes! Justin Leang, an investigative journalist, says that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what she's posted in the past. Listen now. So there it is. Good for her. Good for her to speak up and have a voice. Let's keep going here. Danielle Smith's anti-expert crusade will crash Alberta's healthcare system. Well, I got some good news for you guys. The Alberta healthcare system has already crashed. Back in 2018, 2019, it was already kapoots. They had to pull the trigger on the you-know-what to get things slowed down or get things under wraps. And remember back in 2018, 2019, Alberta was seeing the most nurses leave. Mass exodus of middle-class people leaving stateside. Alberta was seeing the most of it in their healthcare system. Already 2017, 2018, before the you-know-what. So there it is. And there she is right there. Let's hear what she has to say. And this is fantastic. I love this. So listen to this. Listen to this, folks.
Makes sense to make health decisions based on health experts. The group that you mentioned and the person at the helm of it, I don't think he's a medical doctor.
Yeah! Woo! Here we go.
I don't think he's a nurse, and I don't think he's a paramedic, and I don't think...
Oh, guys, let me digest this. Oh, wow.
He's a health professional. As I've said, I am going to be taking advice from our frontline nurses, doctors, paramedics, and health professionals to fix the local problems that we have. The local problems are related to ambulance service, they're related to emergency room service, and they're related to not being able to get surgical initiatives and our surgical wait time list down. Those are very local issues. And so I'm
bringing it home. Danielle Smith. Woo! So, guys, I wanted to bring this out there that there are people on the front lines. There are people that really want to make a change. There are people, and then I just hope to Jesus that I really hope so. I really hope and I pray a lot that there could be some sort of tribunal of sorts of where what was said, who administered what, who gave to what, who made the approval for this, and bringing it right up the hierarchy, right to the top. And what she said made absolutely perfect sense. And that's why I've always seen Alberta, and I told you guys this, as the Lone Star province of Canada, conservative. And if I was her, I would look into the mayoral races from last year, from Alberta and Calgary. Look into the ballots. Look into everything. Look at the mainstream media. Look at everything. You're going to find a lot of surprises if you look into that. Anyways, guys, I wanted to put this out there. But who am I? People that are watching this, well, who am I? Who the hell am I? I'm the guy. Let me tell you who I am. I'm the guy who basically was putting up videos years ago. Canadian middle class disappearing, Target closing, Canada becoming unaffordable. I'm the guy that says cities are going broke, property tax hike coming across Canada years ago. Mass exodus, young families leaving, brain drain. Canadian immigration to sell homes to wealthy immigrants. Toronto home prices invaded by investors. This will cause middle class exit. So food to skyrocket by 2021, 830%. Middle class can't afford basic food. Food shortages ahead. So I'm the guy that's been telling you Australia's mortgage prison. What I've been saying all these years, over and over, trying to make sense. But we got somebody at so basically, if you're watching this in the States, she would be at a governor level, right? So she's a premier of Alberta. She would be like the governor of a state, right? So I kind of wanted to put that out there. I kind of wanted to share this with you guys. A real Canadian hero, Danielle Smith. And I just really hope to God that she uses logic, uses the real science, not political science we've been fed for the last 3 years, and actually ushers in forward a new way of doing things the way they should have been from day one. And balance the province's books, do whatever it has to be done, and to free Canadians, basically. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Look forward to reading your comments. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Don't forget to join us on Mike in the Night. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.